What's up, everyone? How's it going, Wayne? There's a wink. Oh, had to go wrangle the chicken again.
Oh,
What's
okay.
up, Wayne?
Not too much.
Hey, Steven. How you doing?
Oh,
Hey, Jonathan.
there, I muted myself now.
No good.
Mm. Mm. So what's up, Steven?
Oh, nothing. Just dealing with this. Well, we had that cyclone coming in the North Carolina, wind and rain. Knocked my Wi-Fi out. I had to try to redone when I got home, but nothing big deal. Of course,
What do you guys?
the coast got a lot worse than we did. We just got they had I know up in the triangle. One guy had an oak tree went down on top of his house, but he wasn't there, and he was in Florida. But
Gary, wait a minute, Stuart.
but his son went over there and handled everything, and she was good.
What's up?
Hello. Hi, Wayne. Hi, Stephen. And the beautiful, gorgeous Tasha.
Where? Where? Where is this person?
Well, I'm looking at her on screen.
There, though. There.
Well,
Well,
she's she's wearing a Johnny Cash t-shirt. So, how are you, Tash?
I've been freaking wrangling chickens all day, getting scratched by chickens, getting covered in chicken shit,
Hey,
crawling
Jonathan.
on my hands and knees inside this little freaking chicken yard like this to get the four hens out of.
Oh, so you got four new hens.
I spent freaking more time on my hands and knees today than I've spent in my whole entire life.
All to catch four chickens.
Yeah, they were in a small, and you knock it and grab the damn thing, and then the one kept getting out, so I had to lock them in.
Hmm. It must have been missing home.
Well, we're sitting here, and Jamie heard something scratching at the frickin' door. I'm like, what the hell would be scratching at the door? She opens the door, and there's a frickin' chicken. So I messaged our friend Tommy. I'm like, your one hen just got out, and I said, came over to my door and scratched on it. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, they love hugs and kisses, and when they squat down, they want their butts rubbed. And I said, you know what? I've played with enough chicken asses for one day today.
Oh, man. Why didn't you record it? That would have been a YouTube. That would have been a YouTube hit.
Oh,
Why did the chicken leave the coop to go and jump on the door?
well,
The
yeah, so
dog
then we
would
put
have.
it in, and then she gets up on top of the frickin' thing because chickens can hop pretty far. And so then I went in and clipped all 5 of their one wing. I mean, they can still hop out, but so I'll have to leave them locked in until I put a snow fence over top of it. Once you're bleeding.
If I was with you, Tasha, I'd build a bigger enclosure for them.
Well, I wanted to get my mom's one shed done this year and moved over to where I wanted it, so I could have 2 big clutches of chickens. But we had so much other stuff going on that we didn't have time to do it, and now it's. I put it on
Right,
one
so
of
you
them.
can if you're wanting, Tasha, just wait until I get there. I'll give you a helping hand.
We're gonna get slammed with snow. What? No, I don't. I put it on one of them cotton. Hang on, them cotton round things. I'll soak it and then I'll take a couple dry ones after I wipe it out. Remy won't leave his ear on.
That's what's come up with mine.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Princess.
How you doing?
I'm not too bad. How's yourself?
You know, living the wild, crazy dream.
As always. Hi, Wayne.
You also got Stephen on chat too.
And Stephen.
Hey,
So, how is the, as you call it, the head torch outside?
Stunning.
I told you it's bright.
Absolutely stunning.
How you, man?
Did I send you that other thing, Wendy?
What other
No,
thing?
hang on, I'll send it. You know that thing I was talking about last night that I showed you?
Uh-huh.
Well, scrolling through the shorts, and a different one came through my shorts feed. So here, I'll send you this one. This one, I swear to God, would rip it off. So how many flies you get done, Stuart?
Quite a bit actually.
Hey, this is the best lotion. This hemp lotion. This one or the red bottled one is the best lotion. And then if you drive truck, you gotta use the green working hands one, Because in the wintertime, when I was driving truck, my fingers and knuckles would crack open. What is he frickin' doing now? Excuse you.
No. Yes.
Ram. The fuck? Oh, fuck you up, little dude. Who the fuck are you? You stink. Oh, you smell. Think you need some lotion
Some motion.
and a tissue. The frickin' dog is not right. He's supposed to be my service dog, and he's frickin' crazier than I am.
Maybe he's rubbing off on him.
He didn't even see this. He didn't even make it there.
Maybe you're rubbing off on him finally, and he's learning your methods.
Frickin' learning something. Should I corrupt everybody I'm around? So it's just in my nature.
Because here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Elliot.
Hey, Elliot, how you doing? Good evening to you.
Hi, Elliot. I can't see chat. I don't even know who else is in here.
Jonathan and Elliot, and then Wayne was in here, but he's up on panel.
Steven's up on panel here too, isn't he?
Yeah, but
He's up.
Steven just popped up.
Yeah.
So how is everybody?
Good. How's it going with you?
I had a rough afternoon, put it that way, but I've made up for the evening.
Yeah, everything's taken away now.
I had a very rough afternoon.
Why?
Behind the scenes YouTube, basically.
That's always exciting.
Eh?
So fascinating. Wayne and I've dealt with lots of stuff on the backside of YouTube.
Oh, yes.
How you doing, Elliot?
Sometimes it ain't fun at all.
Now, what the hell do you want again? Now Remy's dragging my frickin' blanket on the damn floor.
Who's doing that?
Remy wanted in my blanket, and now he's slithering out the bottom and dragging it all on the frickin' floor.
Oh my gosh.
Well, have none of your damn ear, because I'm done.
Jamie's
Do it.
Jamie's
I
done.
don't wanna.
But you just did it.
It's annoying.
Hey, Stuart, ain't YouTube wonderful?
It depends on what way you look at it.
Give you a pain in the ass out of YouTube. And you can have
Well,
a pain when you bring it in.
Eh?
You have pain in the ass out of YouTube, you can bring it into YouTube. Well, it goes either way.
What's going on with the frickin' chickens?
Know what I
Get
mean?
up there and lay down.
Well, the thing is, Wayne, I don't have any beef with anybody, but some people have just got seems to just think that they can make beef with me.
I don't know why people like that, but they are. That's YouTube. Get used to the fast lane. That's what you do when you get involved with YouTube. You meet the bad, you meet the good.
They just fast track everything straight to the fucking, what do you call it? Oh, we need drama channel. Come on, I mean, I am
Yeah,
definitely not one of those.
neither
Do you
am I.
want me to freaking whoop your
And
ass?
the thing is, right,
I'm not the fucking
when you
cat.
come into my channel,
I'm getting
when you come into mine, right, when you
Yeah,
come into my one of my lives, right,
yeah.
there's no drama.
No, no.
You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't expect me to go to somebody else's channel and then end up with drama involving something that happened on my channel to be brought up there. They won't
Mm,
have anything. They can come here.
mm,
Well, into yours.
They can come into mine and sort it out.
mm.
But don't do it while I'm live. You
Right,
can
right,
go behind the scenes and
right.
message me, but don't do it when I'm on a live. Wait
Is
until
that
I'm
getting kept?
yeah.
Just wondering. So
Just wait until like after my live's done, then message me. But don't message me like during a live because then it just like
Right.
really bugs me.
Yeah, I understand. I
Oh,
understand
I
so
what
mean,
you
what
mean.
you're trying to say I bug you.
not you, I'm not on about you, Tasha. No,
But I message you when you're live all the time because I don't go on YouTube and be like, oh, well, it's we're live right now. Fuck's sake, I don't know. Oh wait, he's ignoring my message. Let's go look at YouTube. Yeah, live. Why would
I
it
don't ignore you. When have I ever ignored you, Tasha? When have I ever ignored you?
when you're live?
is that red in with this?
No.
I got the red.
Just pull tight. Pull
Just like
tight.
Wayne sometimes, I'll message him, and then I'll be in his chat and be like, hey, check your damn message.
And I check it afterwards.
Just,
But hey who, it's all difference.
I mean, I tell you one thing. I feel all better now, to be honest.
Right. Put that bit of copper wire where you know where you'll find it. Not in there, but up there. What about this?
I just block him and move on because I ain't got time for that horse shit.
I'll take the black bit.
Mm.
Why don't you come over and make me, Alan? And I like to wind people up. That's my job. And yes, I'm super naughty. You should have been in.
Oh, gee.
How many
If
of
you're
them
in
have you
here
got?
last night, your ribs would probably feel broken right now.
Last night was
Last night was something else.
Tasha
Last
surprised
night
you wasn't in
was.
here.
Don't let me fucking laughing again. I had my mom. I'm not gonna repeat what I said, but I had my mom and Jamie in the fucking car today.
got one cookie in there.
It's super inappropriate, so I'll just keep that to myself. But it was fucking hilarious. So how you doing, Alan?
Where's your blue handled scissors?
I will be honest.
Freaking you and Baz all the damn time.
I got to admit, it was pretty funny last night.
Pretty funny. My freaking stomach and ribs still freaking hurt.
Well, don't mention anything about squirrels then.
Can you help it? The other thing looked like you freaking chewed up roast beef and spit it on it.
Oh my God.
Well, I didn't ask you to go search up squirrels, did I?
It's in the look up squirrels.
Oh, you know what I'm getting on the hashtag squirrels.
No, I looked up Adams and Eve about customizing panties, And then I clicked images, and all those other freaking things popped up. And as I'm scrolling down, there they were.
Question, Wayne, have you managed to sort out the logo for Tasha's new panties?
What do you mean sorting them out, honey? She has a logo already. What are you talking about, you nut?
I already had the logo.
So I said, what are you mentioning that for? They're not hard to print on those. It's like printing on a t-shirt. It's the right
Ooh,
material.
I could get tattooed on my other side. Up here. Or maybe I put it over there.
Put the green book so it doesn't go plop. That goes.
Oh, it was green, alright. Yes, they do, Alan. That's why I have I don't give a fuck attitude. The best of the day, then you don't need to worry about it. Saturday Night Beaver.
I thought this was going to be Saturday Night Banging.
Don't make me look up pictures, Alan, and I can't send them to you because you don't have Facebook. Dude, I'm
I thought
telling you,
this
I'm gonna stick you out with the frickin' chicken.
Tasha,
Tasha's only getting warmed up.
I thought this was meant to be Saturday Night Banging.
Tasha's only getting warmed up.
We're not talking about dirty panties, Elliot.
I did mention it last night that if Tasha just wears them once, that would be like in a draw. But unfortunately, I had to retract my statement.
Come on, I'm trying to help you get tidied up here. And you're tapping on your butt. That one can go there. It's a single feather.
They have to be the right mixture of cotton and polyester. Right, Wayne?
Yeah, but no, so I'm not saying anything.
Oh wait, I could get some of them sew-on patches and go buy a bunch of lace panties and sew the sticker design to the front of them.
Chocolate bar of honey.
I was
That
saying,
doesn't.
I don't know if Wayne would make a good host with Elsie, but you know, I probably would, but I don't know.
who the heck is LC? Who's that?
On his panel.
Who's that?
Don't worry about it, Wayne. He has like 100 and some people in his lives every time he goes live.
Oh,
Want a sandwich?
No.
Cuff, you want to get in it one anyway?
You good, go Wait, let me order you one of those machines and I'll send that to you in a freaking box. Good night, Steven. Sorry, we're a little deranged over here. Must be something in the air.
something in the air. Listen to you. Just typical of you. That's all.
I breathed in too many feathers today.
Feathers?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, they didn't take too kindly of me grabbing them by the ass.
Well, how would you feel if you got grabbed by the ass?
Depends.
You want to watch us do it.
No, I'm being honest.
Better watch out.
I just
I
said
mean, I could see the birdie feathers get like plucked. Doink.
fucking stick them in your fucking ear.
No, you can actually send them to me. And I can use them for fly tying.
Oh, yeah.
I told you gotta wait till I harvest them first. And then I'll send you their butt feathers because they're all nice and floofy and soft.
No, I need their cape.
I cannot. The freaking skin would not go through freaking customs, and it would freaking smell so bad by the time it got there. They'd think
I'm not
somebody was.
asking for that. I'm just saying if you take the feathers off their cape, put them in a separate bag, and put a ticket on them saying Cape Feathers. Use the noggin tash.
Feathers. Because that's what they'll be off of, is a cock. Or rooster. Whatever you want to call them.
Cock hackles.
Dude, I cannot do anything with your freaking ear. I'm going to tape it to your freaking head. You keep it up.
Sounds like a round of applause.
Huh?
When Rummy shakes his head, it sounds like a round of applause.
Give me your glass.
That's awesome, Alan. Well, I'd tell you to send me pictures, you know. I mean, my email is in my about page.
I gave you one.
Oh, I'm trying to think what would go well with barbecue sauce.
Well, I told you to freaking open it, but you don't freaking listen to me.
I better go and open this bottle. She's asking me to open it.
There's your help there, hey.
Yeah, I better go and do what Mommy tells me to do.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, it's not. Normally, when he gets an infection, there's pus down in there. But I normally clean his ears more often than what I've been doing, so now it's gonna bother him.
Oh. Right. One bottle of Jim Beam.
Yeah, like I said, that's a Jack Daniels too. I don't know if he'd let me do that, especially being that he's got it raw in there. I don't even think he'd let me use peroxide either.
I've got the perfect thing for us to go on to. Smoky barbecue chicken sub. So yeah, I'm going to add more. Go on, let's smell. Let's smell. It's open. Come on. Come on, let's see.
That smells also good.
Rum.
Tasha,
Any.
here we go. Oh yeah. Yum yum.
What
Love.
you got, liquor?
Hey, what? Jim Beam maple bourbon sauce.
I knew Tasha's stream went to hell lately. I didn't know. Now I know why. Jim Beam.
I just been smoking too much glue lately,
That was a joke.
especially last night.
It's definitely got more lively since Stuart's been here. What's some
Right.
you?
Here we go. Here we go. Jim Beam barbecue sauce.
I
On
used to have a roommate, you all, that would drink a pint of Jim Beam every night. In I think I told this story once. It was 1990. I was in a condo in Gwinnett County, and he was watching the Braves. They made it to the World Series or something, and we go back to the apartment. And he shoves me in the front door. When he shoves me through the front door, I start nailing him in the eyeball, man, over and over and over with my fist. I fractured my foot, slipped in the grass, wound up in a cast for a month or so. Had to crawl up my condo on my knees to get in bed. I couldn't even walk. He drank Jim Beam though, and he was a good guy. But that night, boy, he became a total different person once he got that Jim Beam in. Hank's got a song with Jim Beam in it, you know. I forget the name of it. You probably know which one, don't you, Tasha? Where he mentions Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't think of the name of it right now. I used to listen to that stuff a lot at one time. I've been out all day shopping.
Tasha,
Look at you.
you need to try this sauce.
I do.
But good to see you guys.
That yum.
Good to see you too, Elliot.
Where's Bob at? You heard from him lately?
Oh, I guarantee he's in the bushes. He definitely was last night and was freaking dying laughing with the rest of us. He's like my ribs hurt.
Yeah, I seen some of it here and there. I was in and out.
That's what she said.
I can't wait till my car gets going. I met a lady this evening, and she was nice. She said, "Nice meeting you." I said, "Yeah, nice meeting you too." But I wouldn't ask her out because I drive a truck with no AC. Then I don't even want to drive myself. So
That's good, Alan. I'm glad.
we've had the police.
What else could we try that?
Chicken.
Yeah. You can get yourself wings and get me a chicken thighs and
Tasha,
put it over the top and roasty.
do you do barbecue stuff? Foods.
Sometimes.
Get yourself a portion of chicken wings, rub some of this on it, and let them cook in the barbecue.
Turn it around.
That is too
Yeah, Jim Beam barbecue sauce.
It's
Yep,
really-
that's exactly.
I bet you got poured liquor in there, didn't you?
It says this is non-alcoholic product.
Pour
There's
half
no
of it
alcohol
out,
in it.
man. Go pour half of it out and go get you a bottle of Jim Beam and add to it.
I'd love to. I'd love to.
no, that's
Pour it
tasty
on.
enough.
Pour it on chicken and get high as a kite.
My back's for it.
It's the best barbecue sauce I've ever had.
They have Jack Daniels one too.
I never heard of Jim Beam barbecue sauce.
Yeah, they got a Jack Daniels one too, but I don't remember. I think that was just a bourbon.
I seen a barrel. I was
See, the
somewhere the other
problem
day.
is I don't like maple. I don't like maple. I don't like maple flavored anything, bacon, pork. No. The only time I'll use maple anything is if I'm having French toast or pancakes or waffles. That's the only time you'll catch me putting anything maple on anything because I cannot stand the taste of it. I don't like the smell or the taste.
I had a roommate here years ago. He got used to get maple syrup up north. And one of his family members had some kind of property where they would get it from. And he would eat. He would run. He was 70 years old, and he would run 3K, 4K races, 5K races. I ain't kidding you. He'd come home at 70 years old and sit down and eat a thing of waffles, pull out his waffle iron. Sometimes he'd give me waffles. I got to eating so much sugar and waffles. I got where sugar made me sick. Got where I could. He'd go, "You want a waffle?" And I go, "No, thank you." Oh,
What I'm going to do is, right, I will be honest, I will get a small bottle of Jim Beam, right? And what I'll do is I can use that bourbon, some of this sauce, mix it together, like not in the bottle that's here,
No.
but separately. And what I can do is I'll like use that as a base and put that over the chicken wings, because I was watching a program. Well, it's actually a YouTube channel called First We Feast, and I know it's like spicy hot wings that they use, but Mark Calloway, who was also known as the Undertaker for WWE, the guy Sean asked him to do a like basically chicken wings, and it was done over like a split screen on devices, and basically Mark Calloway got a hold of it was like a spicy bourbon chili sauce, and even Mark said that was one of the best sauces. Even though it was a chili sauce, it had bourbon in it. He says that sauce was beautiful.
wow.
I don't know what it is with bourbon sauces, but it makes everything taste a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet. I was somewhere the other day and I seen I think it was a Jack Daniels barrel, big old wooden barrel, and it was for sale. I'm trying to think where the crap it was at. I can't remember where I was at now. Because I remember telling somebody it used to be $135 or $200 now for one barrel, whiskey barrel. But it
We
was
went
almost
to
like,
the apple orchard today. It's freaking $49 for a whole bushel of freaking apples.
wow,
That is freaking insane.
everything's high.
Man,
Welcome to Brandon Economics.
Well,
You know, wait a minute.
can I ask you something? Right? Is it whose fault is it that the currency and whatever else is so much dearer in the States than it is here? Whose fault is that?
The currency.
hey, Wendy.
Yeah. Whose fault is that? Hi, baby.
You know, the only
America's
reason they came up with paper money, okay, paper money has no monetary value.
True.
The only reason they came up with it is because carrying around sacks of freaking coins and gold pieces and whatever else they were carrying, it's a hell of a lot lighter to carry bags of paper than it is bags of coins. They came up with it because with trading and everything else. And then it just went,
Yeah, but what I'm getting at,
what?
what I'm getting at is the fact that, right,
Oh, Wendy.
we can go to a farmer who has all the crops, right, that he produces, like some potatoes, apples, right? It doesn't matter what way you look at it. Wouldn't it be cheaper to go directly to the source than trying to go through all the things to go to a supermarket, then end up with triple the price of what it would actually cost to go and get it from the farmer?
You can still do that in the States. You can go to
Well,
buy
that's why
local
it's better
stuff.
to buy local than it is from the stores when you're talking about fruit and produce.
Even then, it's high priced.
We got like, I can go to the guy and get a pumpkin like this big, which we did right today. And I cut it in 4 pieces for all the chickens. $10 for that big pumpkin is what it would have cost.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy that has the pumpkins, he took a scrap around here. So he told us that we could take whatever amount of pumpkins we want. I could take my pickup truck down to his pumpkin patch and load it up with pumpkins and bring it back here.
I am still trying to think where that barrel was at.
I don't know.
Elliot.
Yeah. Wow, I want that bar. I want two of them. I'm gonna build a bar in my kitchen, and it's gonna be two Jack Daniel barrels with a top of probably a piece of oak or something with poly, whatever poly coated on it. And it's gonna be a bar in my kitchen.
Yeah, that would look gorgeous.
Yeah, I want to get that. I'm gonna paint the bands black, and I'm gonna take the barrel and lightly take a propane torch and lightly go over the old barrel and put little lightly kind of lightly burn it to where it'll have almost like a stain look to it. But too expensive now. It costs a fortune.
Teak would be your best bet. Teak oil.
Hey, Backlash. How's it going?
Hey, Backlash.
Hey, backlash.
Hey, backlash.
Well, hey, it's better than frickin' last
Hey,
night.
Lady Jane.
I shut my frickin' stream down, right? Went right into Modog's live. Now, I didn't click on the damn thing. I just seen a notification. I went in this frickin' chat. Well, it was hashtag night. And I came in and I said hello. So, I was timed out for 5 fucking minutes. So then when I could finally frickin' talk, I put hashtag unsubbed now. And then hashtag I'm leaving now.
Mhm.
See, I should have burned these
Which is what?
with a torch. This is all pine. I would have to take everything out of here
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
to be able to burn it with the propane torch.
Mm-hmm.
There goes Elliot.
Uh-huh.
What happened to you? You went in someone's stream. What they do? Timed you out.
Okay. Modog ended the stream last night and I clicked on my notifications. Well, I didn't go to his channel to see what the thumbnail was, and I didn't even pay attention to freaking banner running up under it because all I did was go in there to say fucking hi, and it was hashtag night. So anything you said, you had to put a hashtag into it in front of it, or you got timed out.
Mm-hmm.
So Modog was timing everybody out that didn't use a hashtag. So I came in and said hi and was timed out for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit mean.
No, because it was hashtag night and it was in the thumbnail and it was scrolling across the bottom of the banner. I wasn't paying any attention to that. I was freaking tired.
You were on a buzz night last night, right? Your mind was completely someplace else.
My mind normally is. I just normally don't let it out like that. Not on a live, anyways. I couldn't help myself last night.
Oh, yum.
What is yum now? Everything is freaking yum to you.
Oh, no. Right. Okay. I know. I've got to keep hold of it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, come on.
Ricotta.
That.
Strawberry cookies.
Oops.
I thought you were talking about the ricotta cake.
Boy, that looks yum.
That's going back.
Oh yeah, last night's live was something else. Hashtag. We should actually put a thing called the hashtag Squirrel Tails.
Why?
Why? Hashtag Squirrel Tails. Think about it.
Why? Hey, Kyle.
No, I'm just throwing that one out there. You have to ask me why. I'm just throwing that one out there.
I'm gonna fucking throw you out there.
I'm already out there.
Ready to fucking see.
Hmm? I'm already out there.
Tie you to a fucking whale's tail. I'm
A
okay,
whale's
Kyle.
what?
How are you?
A whale's what?
Tail.
A whale's tail.
Tail.
Yeah, a whale's tail.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie you to it so he drags you out the Black Sea.
Okay, shark bait.
No, you're the shark bait.
No. You said you would tie
You're
me
already
to a
the
whale's
shark.
tail. You're a shark bait.
Well, what do you think's gonna be following the whale if I tied you to its fucking tail? A minnow?
Yeah. Little Nemo.
Not not not
Little
when I chum the
Nemo.
waters. It ain't gonna be minnows. Mother, I am not wrangling any more effing chickens today.
Mom, go and get Tasha a Wrangler chicken.
My fiber optic went down. I had to reboot my router to get back up. It does that. Very rare does it do it, but it does do it. I couldn't even do a speed test.
George, have you not met me before?
Pardon?
George says, "What's with the vile mouth?"
Oh,
And I said,
yeah.
"What? Have you not met me before?"
Hi, George. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mother Hen, KK Travel. Good to see you all. Oh,
All right, Jonathan. Hi, Kyle.
I know where I seen the. I know where I seen the barrel now. Ace Hardware. $200 each. They used to give them away. My roommate says, "I'll go up to Tennessee to Jack Daniels years ago. They'd give them to you free, but now they're worth a fortune." Last time I seen a bar with 3 Jack Daniels barrels and a top piece of wood on it, it was $2,000 something for an island bar. Over $2,000. But anyway, I thought I'd come on here and talk with you all a little bit.
Well, I'm glad you did. You disappeared for a while.
Yeah, my internet went down. I looked up and everybody was had the circle of death. I call it the circle of death. And I tried to do a test and I realized that it wouldn't even connect to a server. So I went back there and rebooted and it come back in here and it came back on. It does that occasionally.
I had a feeling that's what happened to you, Elliot.
Mm-hmm.
It
It's weird. I'm directed. I'm straight wired right to the central office.
Yeah.
That's what fiber optic is. But yet the central office goes down sometimes.
Yeah.
For a few minutes. Yeah. Sometimes they may be doing work, hardware failure. Who knows why they go down? But they do occasionally.
Well, Elliot, if I could get away with it, I would buy you a couple of barrels because we can get them like really dirt cheap here.
Wow.
Well, we produce the stuff, so I mean, we get the barrels like £70.
Wow. I know the cheapest I have seen them at the antique stores used, or years ago was I think 135, and I said, "Oh God, that's still a lot of money, $135.
Yeah.
Still a lot of money." Hunting and stuff with JJ. What's up?
Hey, DJ.
Over there.
It's getting cool weather. I need to go fishing soon.
What do you mean,
Freaking
Jonathan?
reason.
All right, y'all. That's a good thing, taking care of your parents.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Me and my brother were talking about it last night on the phone. They're saying that some of this new generation, and not just the new, the old too, they'll will their parents into a retirement home or wherever. And that's fine if they want to do that. But then they turn around and they don't visit. They just leave them there. They don't go around and visit. I had a roommate here. His mother was in one. And as far as I know, 2 years he didn't visit. He talked to her on the phone at night, at times.
See, that's as bad as this is gonna sound. That's one reason why I couldn't visit my grandmother when my aunt and my grandfather put her in the nursing home. Because I promised her that I would never allow her to go there, that I would take care of her. But unfortunately, in that time of my life, I wasn't able to. So every time I went and seen her, it ripped my heart out.
Yeah.
So
Imagine.
the one day my aunt told me, she's like, you need to come here and see your grandma and bring her great grandkids. And I'm like, all right, I will. So I brought my kids in. They were way younger. This is 2012.
Mhm.
And so I brought them in to see her. Brittany had given her a stuffed animal. Well, I had to go back the next day. And I whispered in her ear that I'm here and it's okay for you to let go. Now, that's my dad's mom. And her and I were super connected and bonded. So I flipped out and I'm like, look, I said, my grandmother is in a lot of freaking pain.
Mhm.
I can feel it. I said, you need to give her a shot of morphine. And another reason why I said it is because I knew when they gave her that shot, she would go to heaven.
Mhm.
Because
I
that's
rem-
how connected I was with my grandmother, and she had
Seen them, didn't we?
so much faith and stuff, and there's no way that I could even remotely endure what my grandmother went through. She lost my Uncle Donnie on the operating table. He was 4 years old while she was giving birth to my aunt. She lost my dad in 1985 to a bad motorcycle accident. So she had to watch two of her kids be buried before her.
Mhm.
And I told her, I'm like, there's no way that I could have done it. And yeah, I know she had two, other kids and stuff, but I couldn't do it. I lost a baby between my kids. And from the day I found out I was pregnant, I walked in and I told my husband, I'm like, I'm pregnant. It's a girl and something's wrong with her. And his exact words were, bullshit. I don't put out girls. Because he had four older boys and then we had my son. So 5 boys.
Mhm.
Well, I had to go in and have a DNC because I wasn't going to wait for all that stuff. It was hard enough knowing that I lost her to begin with. So when we went back for my follow up after the surgery, and they sent her away to have genetic testing done to see if it was the depot, shot or if there was something else. Well, when they did the genetic testing, they found out that she had a severe case of Down syndrome, and there's no way that she would have survived.
Wow.
So, and then we got pregnant with my daughter, my youngest one. And it was so freaking hard. Knowing that I was pregnant with a girl again. And then you still have all those emotions because I lost her in 99 and Brittany in 2001. So I was pregnant for her in 2000. I had my DNC the day before opening day of hunting season in November of 99. So I wasn't supposed to do anything, but I still climbed up in my tree stand and I shot a small deer. But I couldn't do nothing with it. So luckily, my husband's two nephews, because they were walking through the brush, they weren't making any freaking noise. I'm watching this freaking deer.
Mm-hmm.
And I shot the deer and they started yelling. Like, who the fuck is over there? I'm like, it's fucking me. It's my tree stand. Who the fuck do you think's over here? So I carefully climbed down the freaking tree, the ladder. I'm like, can you gut it for me? I said, because I can't bend down there. And they're like, didn't you just have surgery? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, why the fuck are you in a tree? I said, because I wasn't going to miss hunting season. And I said, with the way that I feel right now, I wanted to kill something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. My grandma always kept her faith.
You there, Jonathan?
I was a kid. By the time I was 4 or 5 years old, my grandmother,
Okay, Jonathan.
my grandmother broke her hip, and then had a stroke, and her mind went. She had no mind anymore. And she was bedridden, so they put a hospital bed in the house. Me and my mom. We left my dad, so we lived with my aunt and uncle and my grandmother. And my mother took care 5 solid years, and to change that hospital bed, wipe her, rump, and do all that, feed her like a baby every day for 5 straight years. So basically, she was, a vegetable. My grandmother was, but instead of putting her in a home, they sat right there and took care of her. My mother took care of her. Now,
Well,
when my mother.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. When my mother came down sick here a few years ago, back in '96, I took off family medical leave 12 weeks. My brother did. One supervisor at work, she looked at me one day and she says, "You shouldn't. You and your brother need to take. Was in the same department. Well, you need to take turns on this family medical leave." And I says, "That's not the law." I said, "I'll take off when I want," and I did. And then. So I took off and on. Sometimes I take off 2 or 3 days, like a Friday, a Monday. Well, one day I called in. I forget how it happened, but I got hold of a manager in that department. And I spoke with him. He says, I don't know what's going on, but you shouldn't be taking off on a Friday or a Monday on this family medical leave. I said, sir, it's the law. I said, if you got an issue with it, let's talk to HR. He was a manager now. He was way above me. And I said, you got a problem? Just go talk to HR. What can I say? He said, I just don't think somebody should take off on a Monday. Well, that made it better because, like, I'd take off, say, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it'd be 4 days. Well, sure enough, he shut it. I go back to work, and he walks by me and don't say a word. He shuts his mouth. And but I let him know what I thought about it. I was one of those. I had been a supervisor in my late 20s, so I kind of knew how corporations were. We were a big corporation. We were a contact lens company. And when I thought it necessary to tell a supervisor something or a manager, I would tell them. I would tell them to their face. Sometimes I tell them in the hall. One time I walked up to one day in the hall, and I said something. I said, "Yeah, you all think you can skirt the Federal Family Medical Leave Act." I said, "But you can't skirt it." I said, "It's law, and I can take it off." Boy, his face turned red because I just basically yelled it out at him right there in the hall. I said, "Ain't nothing you can do about it, bud." You know, he didn't do a thing. He just turned red and walked off.
Well, that's because they don't think they know everything.
But I was the type. I was the type. I didn't take no crap on jobs, and I was there 13 years in a big corporation. I was nice to everybody, but you know, if you come start acting like a butt, I would say something to you or get on to you, or I'd tell you, hey, you want to go to you want to go to HR and have a conversation and talk, and most everybody kind of freak out. No, never mind. I go, okay, you know, because I didn't have a problem talking to HR about anything or anybody really, and because I'd been in that position before, I kind of knew. They had very limited authority, even at the contact lens company. Put it that way. They were basically just kind of occupiers of a job that made, I think they got about 50, 60,000 a year, I think, at the time, which was not a lot of money. But
Well, my grandma took care of her mom.
mm-hmm. Yeah, we believe in it in our family. I told my daughter, this is sad. I told my daughter here several years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, she was taking me to the doctor over here in Roswell, Georgia. And I looked at her and I told her just plain bluntly, like I looked over and I says, well, there's one damn thing for sure. I said, me and my brother, I said, if you die, I said, I said, my granddaughters won't do a damn thing for me and my brother. I said it straight to her face while she's driving. And she just keeps driving. I go, because she knew it was the truth. I was just telling her what I already knew. I said, they won't lift a finger to help me and my brother. It doesn't matter if we're 100 years old. And you know why that is? You know why, Tasha. It was the way they were raised.
Well, I'm not going to live to that point, so.
You know, so.
I tell you what got me. I tell you what really inspired. It was one of an inspiring stories. I don't know if you guys ever watched Caught in Providence. There's a Judge Caprio.
Mm-hmm.
An old man, the age of 96, walked into court for a speeding ticket. Was it a parking ticket or a speeding ticket? One or two, right? Or he went through a red light. One of the three of them. Anyway, right? It was a red light violation. It was like, what's all this about? Mm-hmm. This 96-year-old man was looking after his son, who's 74, who's got cancer.
Wow.
That father was still looking after his son, taking him to the blood work place and whatever else.
Red light.
You'll never get that anymore.
Right.
And I tell you one thing, and I know why. It's because society has changed. People are so selfish. They're always looking for number one. They don't care.
Yeah, my granddaughters were raised on the early years of the internet, and they were raised basically went over to Facebook, and that's all their life is nothing but social media. I mean, they never really had many friends. They went skating occasionally, but most of their whole life was revolved around the internet or social media. They never, they used to come here and spend Christmas with us, things like that, a few hours, at Christmas when they were younger. But as soon as they got married, and that ended. They didn't come over anymore then. But that's all right. That's what I tell you what what I told my daughter a few years ago. I said, my grandmother has a lot of stuff. My brother's got most of it. I got it. I said, I'm going to leave it to my great grandkids. I said, I'm not leaving it to neither a granddaughter. She went and told her granddaughter, says, Papa's not going to give you anything. And she said, why? I said, well, you figure it out. I said, don't they know why? I said, because they don't even give me a call. They don't even say hello. I think she called me one time and told me happy birthday. And, yeah, one time. If I text half the time, I can't even get a response from my text because they're all tied up in their little world of, so that's fine. You know, it's just the way life is, unfortunately. But very selfish generation out there.
Yeah.
Stuart.
It is.
I mean, I mean, the thing is with me, right? I'm 32 years old, and I can see both sides of the coin. And what I mean by that is, right? Now I'm looking at yourself, Elliot, in particular. I know Tasha and Wayne are well older than me, right? But I can see both sides of the coin. And I'll tell you why I'm going to say this. I walked up to the fuel station here for I can't remember if it's for Wendy's supper or we're just wanting something to like have a snack on. Anyway, got up to the fuel station, got to the petrol station. I was like, walked to the Tesco's and it said, "Oh, the tills are down for the fuel." I was like, "Right, okay." I says, "Sorry." I said to the guy, I says, "Are they fuel pumps working?" I think it's because they're getting their new fuel pumps installed. Um, and like, yeah, they work. I say, so why can't you guys go and get an old till and run it through like you were using it in the olden days? Remember, we used to just hand cash over, and then they would put it through the cash register and then run it through a receipt that way. Oh, I can't do that. I says, right, okay then. I says, here's something for you then. I says, this place got Wi-Fi. Yeah. I says, well, why haven't you hooked them up to wireless? I never thought of that. I'm old before my time. I've grown up far too quick. And to be honest, I've kind of felt better this way because I've grown up far too quick. I don't have much of a childhood, but I mean, I'm kind of glad that I'm the way I am now because I can see exactly what the problem actually is with society. I might be talking like an old man because the reason being I've been brought up with people older than me. And that's what's lacking with youngsters because the thing is they think they can go to mum and dad who's no much older than in their early 20s. They're still kids themselves. They don't realise exactly
The way things used to be.
what things should be and how things used to be. If you put a young child, basically like a teenager or a person like 20, 21, 22, right? You put them in amongst someone who's in their 60s, well, late 50s, early 60s, they'd understand exactly what it was like. Because then they're realizing, oh, okay, time to grow up here, time to like mature a bit, actually get a feel for life. That's what kids are needing. To give them a reality check. And that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
I grew up. Me and my brother grew up. I grew up faster than him, but I grew up pretty quick too when I was young. I knew more than like. I have a great grandson. He's 10 years old. I probably knew three times about life more than my great grandson does. Now that doesn't mean anything necessarily bad. It's just that he's just been sheltered by a bunch of ladies. I was raised by a mother without a father, but I wasn't sheltered after a while. I kind of got up and went and did my own thing at the time I turned 14 years old. And just was that way. I was telling my daughter here a while back, I says, Caden don't even know half the stuff I knew. I said, boy, at 10 years old. That's kind of strange to me. But everybody has different life experiences, though, too, you know. And my mother was because her being single, she had to be the father and the mother. But my mother was a talker, but the problem with her, she was just blunt, kind of like Tasha is. My mother, you know, she'd just tell you straight out, like, you know,
Yeah.
If somebody was on the street and they were bad news, she'd just look and say, "Don't go around that person right there." You know, she was just that way. She was just straight.
See, my mum was different. My mum was different because my mum and dad are still together, even though they split up for a bit. I mean, they got back together. But my mum let me do my own thing because she says one of these days you're going to become a cropper. I'm like, okay. Now, since that I've started my own YouTube channel and the content that I'm now putting out daily, basically, because every day I've been live, I'm kind of there to basically like give something back to people who either want to come in and watch me tie flies and have a general conversation. I make everybody welcome, and I have a laugh and a joke. I mean, like I say, okay, I said it in my live earlier, right? The one I'm not going to post, but I will be honest since like Tasha's there, and I'm not going to disrespect Tasha, but I turned and said on my live on YouTube, I said, look, if people have got a problem with me calling Tasha a bitch and whatever else, Tasha knows that I can take a joke, and Tasha knows that she can take a joke. And it's not that I'm being nasty towards her. It's because I'm constantly on the phone to Tasha every day, and it's like I can have a laugh with Tasha. She doesn't take it to heart, neither do I. And it's like if I'm okay, I don't use StreamYard a lot. But if Tasha was to come at my live and be like, oh, hello, cheeky bitch, because the first thing I'd get is the first thing I'd get is hello, cheeky wench, and I'm like, all right, okay, you know what I mean, you know what I'm getting at.
General ban.
It's general banter, but the thing is, when I go into like somebody else's live, it's like here's me up in Tasha's panel, and Wayne's like that to me. Oh, you're in trouble now. You're in trouble. You're in trouble, Stuart. You're in trouble.
Around you, not it.
I
Only
mean,
fooling around.
the thing is, it's all done as a joke, and there's nothing serious in
I
it.
know. You don't know me that well, still, so no.
Hey, in the early days, Stuart,
Not
I've come in and ripped Wayne one a time or two. Remember, I know at least one time I got on. We had some conversation, and I was only picking at him. That's it, really. But
It's also
Bob
nice
said
to see
something
you
about I was
with a red
busting his
top on again, Wayne.
balls or something.
But I'm going to tell you something right now. What my opinion is about YouTube, and I'll be very open and very, open to everything. When I went on YouTube, all right, this is in 2013. People think they're king shit on this multimedia platform. They think you owe them something. They think life owes them something, but life don't owe you nothing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Earn it.
When I was growing up, I was taught the hard way. I was growing up to care about other people and stuff. I'm not the kind of person that thinks of himself. All right. But a lot of people today think of themselves. Like they think life owes them something, and they think they can get things real easy. That ain't the way life is. And people are gonna know that right now. If you have a family, a sister, a brother, or a grandmother or something, you better pay attention to them. One day you won't have them. Your mother or your father or something could happen to them tomorrow, you won't have them. So be thankful you have them. Because I was growing up and I know how to appreciate everything I had. And I was never the type of person that thought of himself. But today, forget it. They think, oh my gosh, I have a different ideas about everything. It's sick.
Yeah. Well,
You want me
they
to
say
tell you something?
they're entitled, they're narcissistic, and it's me, 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 me.
I know.
Oh, put me in a room with a narcissist and see what
Oh.
happens.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I will tear him or her a new freaking asshole. They won't know what the frick hit them because they're gonna be freaking mowed over by a freaking bus.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you something? I don't know if you guys ever watched Deadliest Catch. The program that's across in Alaska.
Heard of it. Never watched it.
Right.
I never.
But before Captain before Phil Harris had his boat, the Cornelia Marie. Captain Phil Harris, before he died, he took both his sons in the wheelhouse and said one of the most truthful things I've ever heard come out of anybody's mouth. He says there's 3 different kinds of people in this world. You'll see people that will make things happen. There's people that will watch things happen. Then there's people that will do fuck all. That's the 3 kind of people you get in this world. I've made my YouTube channel the way it is. I've made a thing happen. I didn't just sit there and watch it happen. I made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
See me? I'm sorry if you don't like me. The fucking door's right there. That's so.
Yep.
Don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out. Bye. Don't come knocking because the door will be locked.
Oh yeah, it's ladies'
Leave
night on
Jamie
L-
alone. You leave my Jamie alone.
Wayne needs to go to LC's channel. Watch a ladies' night tonight.
No, thank you.
What?
Crazy.
You leave my Jamie alone.
No, well, you can have a
What was that?
I said I will do as I please, you cheeky fucking wench. Did you hear me that?
Shut up. See what I mean? I've been so respectful and I get called a cheeky fucking witch. What was the point in calling me a wench for? Or don't you start. Don't you even think about starting and back up Tasha here. No, don't do that, darling. Please don't.
See that?
I gotta go get my dog and let him out and put him to bed. I'm gonna have to spin out of here.
And here's me thinking you want me to
now. Take it off.
Yeah, it's getting late. I got a few things I gotta do. And,
You take care, Elliot.
you too, man. Good
I know
seeing you,
where you're
Tasha.
going. You're just going over there to LC's in a little bit.
I'm on date
I'll
one
be
with
over
Hot
there.
Woman. I'm kidding. Yeah, it is
Just
different. That
remember,
is a strange.
Elliot,
That's a strange. That's
the
a strange
better-
channel.
The better they look on the outside, the more it's going to cost you.
Do what now?
Just remember that. I said the better they look on the outside, the more it's going to cost you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, I know.
High maintenance.
Yeah. I got to
No.
appear on another show tonight, actually later. But
All
For a
right,
few
well, you
minutes.
have a good one, Elliot, and thank you for coming in.
pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. Good to see you, all of you.
Always.
You all on the side chat. Have a good one. Great to see you all. God bless.
Elliot, you take care of yourself, my man. Honestly.
I'll jump on
Well,
another.
Pop over and say hello sometime.
You gonna be on tomorrow night, Tasha? Again?
Yep, I just set it up.
Okay. I'll try to jump in now. I'll at least be in a side chat.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye, Elliot.
Night. Night, Stuart, Wayne, Tasha.
See you.
Good night. So you. Yes,
So
you.
now,
No,
what
not,
do you want?
not you, Wayne. Not you. I'm on about this one that's sitting in the chair.
What
Oh.
do you want now?
Oh.
You call me a cheeky witch. You call me cheeky witch.
You are the cheeky wench. Though.
Don't
It's just I don't say it to you.
don't stick up for Tasha here, Dad. This is between me and her.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Jumping on.
And don't
You
you
can't
be fucking talking to the Princess Wendy that way, or I'll whoop your ass.
win, Stuart. You
Well,
lost.
you better bring NATO with you then, Tasha.
I had her freaking slap your ass the other day. Either today or yesterday, I had her slap your ass. I ain't gotta bring
Yesterday. Yesterday I was trying. Yeah,
You need to bring NATO with you.
need nothing. I just gotta bring myself. That's all I need.
Bring the U.S. Army.
Can't win, Stuart. You lost.
Cheese.
You lost, Stuart. You can't win.
I can win, Wayne. That's the thing. She knows I can win.
Two ways are on you. You can't win. You lose. So give up.
I'm not going to give up. Hey,
Put the
I don't.
conversation.
yeah.
Wayne,
Name's on that white flag
Wayne,
over there.
Wayne. Can I tell you something? Wayne, I'll tell you something. I never back down for nothing. I never give up.
Uh-oh. Listen to that, Tasha. Look at that. Listen there. All right.
I've been in fist fights with men bigger than you, and I'm still standing on me.
That's because the three of us that's on this panel at the moment are standing on the shoulders of giants.
You say so.
Hey, that's a fucking compliment, you stupid wench.
Ooh.
Suck my dick.
I would do it if you had one, but unfortunately you don't. It kind of went the wrong way, got inverted.
I got one right over there in the fucking box. It's pink, it straps on, and it vibrates. And you can just get on your fucking knees and suck it, and I'll freaking drive your
I'm
teeth
not
right
being
out.
respectful.
No, you're not.
The day that fucking Tasha respects me, it'll be the day that fucking hell will freeze over.
You made me forget what the fuck I was gonna say.
Good. Just you sit there and eat your chocolate.
This is buffalo cheddar cheese.
Well, it looked like chocolate.
This is horseradish cheddar
Ugh.
cheese.
Bulk.
I could sit here and eat a big jar of horseradish by the forkful.
No, thank you.
I don't remember.
Oh, I just seen the light bulb and this little spark that went with it.
When I lived in Johnstown, our neighbor across the street was having a party. Now her husband was in the army. We were all drunk, drinking Jaeger bombs, everything like that. Well, he got disrespectful with his fucking wife in front of me. When I'm drunk, don't cross me because I black out. If you push me to the point of getting pissed, I see red. Next thing I know, him and I have each other by the throat. And it took everybody there to remove our hands, not just his. And the guy I was with asked me what the hell my problem was. And do you know that he could have frickin' killed you? I said, were you not just standing there? Were you not just one that was trying to rip my hand off his fucking throat? I said, it took you and everybody else to get us apart. And we both had each other by the fucking throat. And you're telling me that I should watch myself. We all got to take them sometime, Alan.
I take my brave pills every day before I start to fall in touch when I wake up in the morning. But what Tasha doesn't realise, I've actually got a big, massive bottle beside me, and it's full of her tears. I just drink them by the gallon.
Can you not be nice
There's
for once?
nothing that you've ever fucking said to me that would make me cry enough for you to fill a fucking bottle. You'd be better off catching fucking milk drips from a fucking cow's teat than you fill a fucking bottle with my tears.
Right, can you
I
sit
want
down this off your fucking heat? Sit, loves. Can I bounce this off your head?
No. No. That's funny.
My mother always told me that if somebody started it, then I was to finish it. So I would finish it. I don't care if they punch me. If we're fighting, then you better stand toe to toe with me until one of us said enough.
You know I would
Because
never do that to you, Tasha. You know fine well that I would never do that to you.
Fighting and the digging and stuff, no, I'm just gonna freaking punch you right in the fucking face. I don't give a fuck if you're 6 foot, 400 and whatever fucking pounds. I would drive you on your fucking ass. If you that fucking point, you'll be picking yourself up off the floor. And if you want to know where I get it from, talk to my mother.
I love my mommy.
Oh man.
You think I'm bad?
I
Freaking
love my mom.
my dad was being an asshole, and mom took a roll of duct tape and punched him right in the face with it. And my dad was over 6 foot tall. And my mom's 4'11".
Oh, wow.
I mean, he was sitting in his chair, but he was being a dick. So she punched him in the eye with the duct tape.
Oh wow.
I know you would, Alan. My mom, well, I'm worse than my mother, but my mom will be the same way. If you push her into the freaking corner to where she's gonna freaking snap, you'll be picking yourself up off the floor, and I don't care that she's 4'11". I was raised around all my cousins, which all my cousins were mostly boys.
Hmm.
So we would fight all the time, and I would intentionally fight with them just because I would send them crying inside to their mommy. They would. I'd follow them right in the house, and they'd be like, "She's being mean to me," and they're crying. I'm getting screamed at. I told you to knock it off. I didn't go crying to my mommy. I wasn't trained to go crying to my mommy. That's why I never picked a fight. But if you want to start it with me, I will finish it. I've only been in one fight with a girl, and that was my sister,
Oh.
my stepsister. And instead of her just hitting me, she dug her freaking nails in my arm. So I grabbed her by the throat. I said, "Let me tell you, you sleep in the same room I am." I said, "So you might want to sleep with one fucking eye open." Her eyes got like this big when I grabbed her by the throat. She'd never tell that story. She went in the Air Force. See, I thought about going in the military. But I have a problem with authority figures. So the first time somebody would have gotten in my face and started screaming at me, I'd have been thrown out because they'd have been picking themselves up off the ground. Me saying yes, drill sergeant, no, drill sergeant. Okay.
Would this be a GI Tasha?
I'd probably be like her or worse in that movie.
That's why I said GI Tasha.
Well, you know when she kicks his ass at the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have been getting back up. Especially for what he did to her. Granted, yes, I know that is what can happen if you're captured by the enemy. But if that happened, no. He wouldn't have been getting up. I love that movie. And she wasn't a weakling in that movie either. And she had to train a lot for that movie. Because if you notice, Demi Moore is more of a feminine woman.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody else could have played that part in that movie like she did.
Well, nobody came asking you, but you would have been a great play. You would have done a great job for it.
Yeah, but I'm not a freaking actress.
So,
Eh?
I'm not an actress.
Don't know. A fridge. Where do you put this bottle once it's opened?
oh, refrigerate after opening it.
In the fridge.
Fridge.
In the refrigerator.
For how? Well, how long? Is it? What, a month?
I have barbecue sauce in my refrigerator that's been in there for months and it's still good.
Fair enough.
And plus, I had to lose the rest of the weight that I want to lose, which I'm surprised I haven't lost yet. I'm stuck at 176 because I want to get back into arm wrestling. I miss doing it. It was a lot of fun. And I miss seeing the looks on these fucking women that outweigh me by like 150 fucking pounds. And me freaking slamming their arm down on the freaking pad like they had a twig for an arm. But let me tell you something. I learned this. I went to Tennessee State Championships in 97, maybe. Might have been 97. I can't remember. I got the trophy or plaque in my hope chest. This one woman, I only lost to two, and there was 20 some women there. And both of the ones that I lost to were national champions. But this one girl, I'm telling you, her bicep was about this freaking big around. And the other woman I lost to, her name was Marcia, and she's been to Worlds. She took first, the other girl took second, and I took third. And that was out of like 20 some women. We went to New Jersey to this bar, Now I smoke, okay? This bar was so smoky that I couldn't even smoke a cigarette. Well, very true, Alan. Um, uh, because of how smoky it was. All you had to do was breathe in and you were exhaling smoke. Now, when you have your hand, like that, and you got your grip and stuff. So I would dig my fingers right in here because you have a pressure point. Well, this woman tried slipping out on me, pulling her hand out. Now, technically, if you pull your hand out in a losing position, then technically by arm wrestling guidelines, you're supposed to lose. So she tried slipping out, so they would have had to strap our hands. Well, I had her by her pointer finger and her frickin' thumb, like that, and I was still pushing this frickin' pressure point. And she had to give in to losing or get her fingers broke. Because that's what would have happened if she would have kept, trying to fight against me. She would have got her fingers broke. Just like when we were in Vermont, Vermont State Championships. I went there like 3 times. Well, Karen trained her boyfriend to arm wrestle. But she didn't train him one thing. Don't try to push through a world champion. Now, granted, arm wrestling is about technique. And granted, yes, strength helps. Especially in your hands. While we're all rooting for, Dom and stuff like that. He's trying to push through this guy's freaking arm. And I'm telling you, this freaking guy's biceps are like monsters. Karen's boyfriend's freaking arm broke right here. It sounded like a stick of dynamite went off in that freaking bar. I've never heard a bone break like that. But it was like so loud, and the bar got so quiet you could hear a freaking pin drop. But yeah, his arm broke up here. Now, if he would have just stayed holding him like this, that would have been fine. But he turned like this way, and he was trying to power through like this. Well, the guy's been world champion like 4 freaking times.
Mm.
And his freaking arm snapped.
Mm.
But yeah, that bone breaking was so freaking loud. It literally sounded like you took a freaking dried twig and just freaking.
So what
Snap.
happens when his arm broke? He screamed?
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, the bone, like, it wasn't like a fracture. That thing broke, like broke, and
Wow.
he was screaming. It happened so fast that I don't think he had like enough time to react until their hands separated.
Yeah.
And then started screaming.
Huh.
So they had to take him away in a freaking ambulance.
Hmm.
And it was probably a good hour and a half before they even started the match back up.
Hmm.
And what sucks about arm wrestling is when you go to a tournament, there's so many weight classes for men.
Hmm.
You know, like maybe say like 5 weight classes for men. Now they only have 2 for women. It's normally 135 and under, and 135 and over.
Right.
And at that time, I was like 138. So I'd arm wrestle women that were twice my size.
Hmm.
I mean, I'd beat them, but like I said, it's technique. I would always get them on the start. And then the 2 that I lost to in Tennessee, they'd get me on the start.
Hmm.
And Martha, she's like, if you trained more and strengthened your hands up a little bit, she's like, no one would be able to beat you. I'm like, yeah, I know. I said I'm kind of lazy on the whole training aspect. But I miss it. And of course, then I love bowling. I haven't been bowling in forever. I used to be in 2 bowling leagues. But I've been kids. So what's on your agenda for tomorrow, Wayne?
Nothing right now. Quiet right now.
I already know what you're doing, so I'm not even gonna ask. You're gonna call me. You're gonna go to the shop. You're gonna come home. You're gonna hang up with me because I'm gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna go lay down," and you're like, "Oh, well, you always sleep," and I'm like, "No, my body goes through the motions. I don't fucking sleep. Period." And then you're gonna go live for 8 hours, and then you'll be over here at 8 o'clock. That about sum it the fuck up. That's your freaking day, like since I've known you. Just the times of your lives have gotten freaking longer.
Well, because that's when.
For me, like 6 times a day, and now you do an 8-hour live instead of talking to me 6 times a day.
Well, what would you rather have me do?
I'm not saying that I'd rather have you do some. I just
Well,
said I know what you're gonna be doing.
I'm only right. Okay, right. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. If you want me to talk to you 6 times a day, I'll talk to you 6 times a day.
I am just busting your ass. See, Wayne always says nothing because he never plans anything. Wayne's a sporadic person. If he does something, he does something. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
All right. Here's
Now,
a question for you.
comes here.
Tasha speak.
So what's going to happen on next Saturday then?
Not. What do you mean next Saturday?
Next Saturday?
The 30th?
Yes.
What the hell is the 30th?
Oh, you don't know my schedule then, do you?
Oh, Stuart. Just stop being a tit.
Know your daily schedule. I'm not a week out type of person. And the only reason I know what's happening on the 8th is because it's already in my StreamYard.
I'm going fishing on the 30th, and I'm going fishing on the 1st. The 1st will be weather dependent.
Oh, with Joan.
Yes.
See, I remember you're going fishing. Just don't expect me to remember the fucking day.
Well,
Well,
there you
now for then, I know exactly what you're going to be doing.
Well, put it in your diary. Put it there. Stuart finally goes fishing on the 30th of September.
Oh, don't worry, I'll put it all over Facebook.
Put it on your social media platforms because I will be going live.
You will or won't?
I will be. Tripod's all set up. I just need to put the battery charge on charge, and then that's it. Ready to go. Woohoo!
Well, woo to you too. La-di-da-di-da.
So when you come in, please share me out.
When I come in, I'm going to be like, fuck off. Peace out. The fuck is that look for?
What look?
You whiny cunt.
Well, if I'm a whiny wench, it must take a wench to know a wench.
Well, I already told you that. You just whine more than I do.
No, you're a Mona Lisa. You're a Mona Tasha.
Well, I'd rather moan than whine.
Wine, you get drunk.
Wine is fine, but liquor's quicker.
Whiskey makes you frisky.
Sticks and stones will break my bones, but chains and whips excite me.
Yep. You better watch yourself, Tasha. You be turning Jamie on.
Why do chains and whips excite her? Something I don't know about here?
No, you're getting her turned on because you just said whips and chains excite you. So yeah.
Nah. Not when she'd be the subject of those said chains and whips.
What, you gonna tie her to the bed?
Right, Stuart.
I'm gonna tie her from the fucking ceiling
Mm-hmm.
and swing her back and forth like this.
Now, what film was that again? What film was that again? Was that remember you ever watched Anyway? I think it was Anyway, but
Any which way but loose.
Any Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can. Remember the two orangutan? Well, remember the orangutan got on top of the chandelier and started swinging for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be Jamie.
From the
He's going to be
chandelier.
swinging for the chandelier.
That's probably where that song came.
I
Hmm?
said to the truck. He said,
She'd be coming in like a wrecking ball.
Well, especially with that thing that you sent Wendy earlier. Yeah.
What?
Well, you just need to turn it upside down.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I said if you freaking put a dildo on it, that thing would be wagging like a fucking dog's tail up in that thing. It'd be going like this.
I'd be like a pneumatic drill.
No, you could freaking put it on the end of a freaking jackhammer.
Well, that's what I
Or
mean. A
put it
pneumatic.
on one of those old motors that go like this.
What, a steam-driven thing?
Yeah.
touch it to you, it might make you go quicker.
There's things that get hot and steamy and go ding.
Like when Peanut put Jose in the vegetable steamer.
Oh. I just had a cartoon image in my head.
Well, that's scary.
Yeah, it's very scary.
I need to get one of them voice changer setup things. So then I could be sitting here talking like Daffy Duck and you wouldn't understand what the fuck I was saying. Like fucking or Donald Duck.
Nah, that
Either one would do.
Right, okay.
you can go with Mickey Mouse if you wanted to. Oh,
And Alan, if you're still in here, some of them ain't worth the frickin' penny casing. It's quicker to just go. See, that's where, I'm twisted, like. Because, you watch how, like, these, true crime things and, like, murder mysteries and cops. And then you start thinking about, the serial killer ones.
uh-huh.
Now, granted, back then they didn't have technology like we do now.
Mm-hmm.
But could you imagine if one of them were here now and went through all of this? They would never get caught.
Basically.
A fishy. Epic try proper.
Because I've watched the documentaries on Dahmer and Bundy and the other one there. I can't think of his name right now. But they just had new ones on with Dahmer. Because they had I don't know if it was new evidence or whatever, but they came out with that movie slash whatever about him that was called Dahmer. And then like parts of like watching like the documentary on it and them going through like certain parts of the case files. And then knowing like certain information over here and then you watch the movie, it's freaking dumb.
See, what was it? What was it I watched? It was Double Jeopardy. That was interesting.
What was that one I watched on Hulu? My neighbor's my neighbor's son.
Fear thy neighbor.
Oh, Fear Thy Neighbor was one of them. My phone's being retarded.
Well, it's 10 o'clock your time.
Yeah, I know. And it's 3 o'clock your time.
Yep.
So are you going to get your beauty sleep now?
In a bit.
Huh?
In a bit.
Oh, in a bit. Why the hell is this not freaking going through? I tried to send Brutal Bob this freaking picture. And it will not go. Oh, there it went. Finally. Your freaking 10 damn minutes. And now I uploaded a freaking video straight all day. If you're tired, why don't you just go get in bed? Oh, so that means Remus will be in my freaking blanket, breathing on my ass all freaking night. And you think one could conjure up a fart right about then? Nope. If I did, I'd end up shitting my fucking pants and have to get out of bed.
Well, if you're going to have a fart, make sure you don't follow through.
Oh, is that kind of like swinging for the baseball?
Basically.
Doing good, Rich. How you guys doing?
Hey, Rich.
Hey, Rich.
So what was for dinner tonight that Judy made? Crystal, my cousin, she made chili for Jamie's birthday.
Of course you can. Of course you can, Rich.
There's the link, Rich.
Hi.
You're working around?
Yeah.
I said, are
Maybe
you
I should
still
get.
out
Hold
there?
on. I'll get my Bluetooth. I'll get my Bluetooth in there. No, I'm done. I finished that bike there. I'm good for that. She's ready to go. Let's see if these hook up. do it. I might have to put in again. No. Is it working? There we go.
Oh,
And he kicked himself out.
mm-hmm.
Come on back up, Rich. Hello and welcome in to the 7 people that are watching. Oh, at least I don't have to wrangle chickens tomorrow. But I still got to do work out there.
Hmm.
Well, because where the new birds are that we got from my friend down the road, hers are used to being free ranged. She used to just let them out. You get him connected? Oh, he's out.
He's having connection.
What was I going to say? I remember watching, what was the film? What's the name of that film? Was it Home Alone?
Yeah.
Remember when they got covered in was it sticky stuff and then ended up with feathers all over them?
That's when he
Called
got
Tar
covered
and Feathered.
Eh?
with glue.
Glue, and then
Tarring and feathering somebody.
well, maybe I could just see that being you, Tasha.
Careful that doesn't happen to you. The amount of feathers you've got.
Watch this, Tasha. Ready for this?
Oh, nice. Oh, that's gorgeous.
That was with
They're
fish.
bushy.
These ones were not. This place just yeah, they're really, really. Look at the
I see it.
crazy. Yeah.
Back
Yeah,
in my
they're almost
time,
ready.
I had plants that were 9 foot tall.
Well, see, these ones were not made with fish in the soil, but they're white, pure white.
Oh
But
yeah,
they're
I see
only
that.
they're
And they're tiny compared to
tiny.
that other.
Same with that one, tiny. Yeah, yeah. And all we did was mulch fish in the soil.
You know,
All right, let's see.
you wouldn't think that just doing that would make
See, I
that
thought
big.
I'd come up. Yeah, I guess it did. It's always been just want to see what Judy's doing here.
Does it say there?
Sweetheart. Oh, she's got her boots ready and everything.
Oh Lord. Oh seas we
Oh
go.
yeah, that's her pies.
I know she sent me pictures of them. You guys already ate half of them.
Yeah, yeah. Look at see my that's my old computer. I had a fishing temper tantrum with it, but the Mac isn't working until like Monday or Tuesday apparently. Yeah, baby. Hi. Oh, she's in the shower. That's where she is. Ah, all right.
Well, now you know what she's doing.
Yeah, let's go see what she's doing in the shower. No, I'm joking. Just knock on their watch. I'll just be like, babe, Tasha wants to say hi. What do you mean Tasha wants to say hi? Oh, she's just on the live. Say hi, babe. She'd love me for that.
Oh, I bet. Did you get the bike up to the speed that you want, or you didn't take it back out?
I took it back out. It got pretty close. It's still shy. Sweetheart,
Yeah,
Tasha says hi.
I'm what? What?
Hi, Beauty.
Don't fuck with me. I know, I already told my favorite tonight, but I'm there.
No, I said Tasha says hi.
Oh, Tasha says hi. I thought you were like live.
No, Tasha's live. She's all like, get out of here. Yeah.
No.
Holy. She doesn't like me interrupting her through her showers. I used to try and do it all the time, and the few times it was cute and whatever, but after I kept making a habit of it, she's like, I really like my shower times. I come in, bugger. Ice, water, cold water.
Oh, Lord.
There we go. I had to switch to the different internet service.
I don't hear the crickets.
You hear them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Check this out. Where are they? Where are they? I only think they're cute when they're small. I come in and feed them and stuff when they're small, but when they get big like this, I don't.
Oh, the chickens?
Yeah. I think it was you. Yeah, you knew we had chickens, right?
Yeah, because you showed them on the live webcam outside that day.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody was like, I didn't know you had chickens. Maybe it was Ashley Brady. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. To see how this works. I can't play tonight because I don't have none of the studio set up, and so it would just basically be kind of hangout kind of thing, right? But I can't handle this music, and I don't party, so I'll have to go over to the trailer, bring my bike over there, and from now on, I'm going to put it in the shed so that no wind can hit it and nobody can get at it.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's a neat little bike, man. It's fun. Okay, Tasha. Well, I know I'll probably hear from you a little later.
I'll stick over to LC's for a little while.
Yeah, I'll see how it goes, right? Sometimes, it's better to just pass out.
Sometimes it gets a little ricey over there, so yeah, I normally come in, say hi. There's 100 people.
Oh, we got in hard last night. Hard with some guy. He was really on me. But he looked like Freddie Mercury. He had a big, huge mustache across the front of his face. It was big, He was playing a banjo. Oh, yeah. He, for whatever reason, did not like me. But, I'm getting used to it. I just told him to get in line.
Exactly. Take a number.
Take a number. How you doing, Wayne? Stewart?
All right.
Yeah?
I'm
I noticed that.
here.
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing all right. I'm happy about the bike. I can go out and take the kid fishing there. His mom texted me, Isaac. I know Tasha remembers him. He was
Yeah.
with us and caught a carp, and he's been emailing me. And his mom finally texted me and said, "My son will not stop asking to go fishing with you." So I really wanted to get this bike done so that tomorrow I can take him out for a couple hours and see if I can get him on some salmon.
That would be freaking awesome. He would go crazy. He went crazy
Yeah,
over. I could
yeah.
imagine one of them monster salmon in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. He would. I know he'll get pretty excited over it. You know what I mean? And
Oh
for
yeah.
me, to be honest, like, sometimes I want to fish. It's about me fishing, and I've realized now it's those times that I should go alone. Just for my own peace of mind and my own time and train of thought. But I get off now more seeing people catch fish. I like getting people on fish. And there's people, I've seen a repetitive pattern now. My buddy Tommy, he'll drive 3.5 hours down here just to go fishing with me because I put him on fish. Kids, numerous kids on my YouTube channel are like getting a hold of me again, like from the trout derby to, everywhere, and they want to fish. So
No, it's a good
that's
activity.
where,
You're
yeah, it
Rich.
seems that's where my,
Get out
yes,
there
sir.
Rich.
Yep.
One of my subscribers, who's also a moderator for my channel,
Who's
I
that?
tied up a fly. I tied up a fly box. Her name's Joan, right? And she used to do fishing back in the day, and she couldn't get back into it. So I tied up a fly box for her birthday,
Oh,
and
nice.
so basically she's getting that as a donation from me. We are going fishing on the 30th of September. Um, we're going for a day session, which is like 4 hours at a stocked. Well, basically it's at a fishery. Um, so hopefully, like I'll cast the line out for her, and she can like bring it back because we'll be fly fishing.
Yeah.
Um, and it's where I caught my biggest fish that I've kept to date. So we're going back there, just to see what's happening with the place,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then from there, the weekend after that, Tasha's got a stream all set up, ready to go on the 8th of October, should I say? The 8th of October, I've got a fish off with a guy called Fishhead Videos.
Yeah.
So it's like Scotland versus America type of thing.
Yeah.
So
That
yeah,
sounds good, man.
I've
Let
got a
me
fish
just
off with this, an intercontinental fish off, so I can't wait.
let's go like this. Let's see. Maybe I don't need this light on. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna clean some stuff up here while I talk with you, and then I like to put my stuff in a little bucket here so I don't lose it. Anything that has to do with these bikes.
Yeah, I'll keep my our stuff picked up, and where I know where it is, it gets freaking easy to hunt out. I have no idea where it is.
Sorry, Tasha.
Oh, you're fine.
Just kind of itch in my throat. I'm discipling gas today, eating diesel. Holy.
Well, that sounds like me crawling around in small pens and getting covered in chicken shit and herding chickens and
Yeah.
had to move chickens around and move
Tasha,
cages around. But
just admit that you were in your natural environment.
Oi, you rat.
maybe I was like the dodo bird in the flock.
Oh yeah. Put this on.
I wish they'd just all run away. My dad started getting them fixed one by one.
Actually, I
Oh,
got see before I phone you tomorrow, Tasha. I'm gonna watch Bound.
okay.
Mhm.
So watch it.
I will do.
My light.
Okay, I'll just go watch Striptease with Gina Gershon.
I've got that phone too.
Pinky boy.
Okay. Got everything that way. Helmet.
Has it been getting chilly up there nights, Rich?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even right now, it's well, be 11 or 12, maybe 13 degrees. I'm trying to convert that in Fahrenheit or in Celsius. Fahrenheit, yeah, degrees Celsius. And you guys are in Fahrenheit. I don't know. I would be just guessing, but what the conversion is. But it's it's pretty
42,
chilly.
40 to 42.
Yeah. So, and by 4 o'clock in the morning, when the dew hits, it'll be even colder. So we're getting close. We're getting close to the horrible time.
Oh, it's 54 here, so that's 12 degrees Celsius. Hey,
Hey, Kyle.
Kyle. I mean, a
Yeah.
couple nights last week we're down in the 40s.
Yeah, she's getting down there. I got to. I'm going to be doing. See, now when I build up this Twitch channel here, which will be happening very, very shortly. I'm going to basically use a YouTube channel, and I'm going to post everything, anything. I don't care what it is, as far as content, and then I'm going to focus whatever content and stuff on subjected channels. So, like, I can fish, I can work on bikes, I can do mechanic stuff, I can do framing. I'm a roofer. You know what I mean? I'm a musician. There's so many different avenues, and I feel like just having a constriction around a jonder or some type of, what do you call it there? I can't remember, but just focusing on just one thing, is limiting my growth as a person. Just always focusing on that one thing, whether it be music and fishing or just one or what the other. And lately I've been realizing, like, there's so much stuff that I can do, that I know how to do. And I go out there, and on YouTube, my personal opinion is how-to videos are like the biggest thing. Like, if I want to go look up on something on what to do, where do I go? YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Even as a creator, we're forced to do that. It's like, oh, well, what do you want to know? Oh, shit, guess what? Right? Google to YouTube. We're watching. Google will put all the videos for how-to videos. If you start in Google, you're going to end up on YouTube. And Twitch is more of entertainment. It's more of like younger kind of, and older, but it's more of an entertainment type of concept, But I've seen lots of chit chat podcasts that are really good on Twitch too. So, but it just, to me, it seems like how-to videos and clickbait videos seem to be the best, in that aspect. That or food and traveling, or off the grid. I've seen some really, really big, and I'm talking like people are releasing videos in 2 weeks and getting 45 to 100,000 views in 2 weeks, like that kind of trending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a couple thousand. I'm talking literally, you watch them, they just posted a video, and you look on the wall, you're like, holy crap, how'd they get 700 views in 20 minutes? Like the whole world just snapped in on them right off the bat as soon as they post a video, right? It seems abnormal to us. But to me, I'm finding the more videos that's generated around is how-to videos and stuff like that. So, like today, I was impressed. I honestly didn't know if I was going to get that bike going today. And even though it was a 6-hour stream, or I did it in 4 hours, I can strip that that content down, turn it into shorts and long-term videos or long content focusing on the bike and getting it fixed and getting it riding again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you look at
Yeah.
those videos, they're big. They're big. They're massive videos. Guys got like 45 to 100,000 views from 3 years ago on building and restoring these bikes. So I think, for me, I just don't want to limit myself. And I'm just this whole boundaries of what you can and can't do on YouTube, what you shouldn't say, what you can, and all this crap. Like, I'm just sick of it, man.
Yeah.
Really sick of it. The only reason why I really respected that whole aspect is because I've had a natural appearance of kids that have either showed an interest or that's come into the chat, and I can't help that. They especially in a genre of fishing. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you
Right.
stop that? You know what I mean? You can't. So, but because of certain extents and what people have done in our chat to our channel and the community around us, it's hard for me to go and look at my channel like it has the same respect or integrity or that kids should feel safe about. Now I feel like every video I should rate as 18 plus. You know what I mean? Because you just don't know. You don't know anymore. You don't know anymore. With all the people, everything around, you don't know. You have no idea. Someone can bomb you.
I always rate my videos over 18s anyway.
Well, I mean, even through a live too, right? And where literally nobody can see your live unless they're an authenticated YouTube user that states they're 18 plus. And it's still not going to stop the fact, but it takes the liability off of YouTube. Because if the kid's coming in with an authenticated 18 plus video or channel and he ends up on that live, YouTube's washed their liability with that. There's only one way that they could have done that, and that's with parental consent or parental direction to give them that friggin' account. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now YouTube goes, don't worry, it's not my problem and it's not the creator's problem.
I've got one channel that comes in, right, and he has subscribed to me. He's a 13-year-old who fishes with Sammy, my mate Sammy, right? And and his son Riley. He's 13. He comes in my chat. My thing's rated for over 18s, but he still gets in and comments like, "Hello."
I think it's amazing, to be honest. When a kid comes in the chat and the adults know they're all fishing, they're all fishing people or people that like to fish. It just does something to the environment and the communication and how everybody treats each other and how they communicate in the chat. As soon as they know a kid's in there, some people may not even talk, but like the focus of content and the conversation is great. They all welcome him in, and you can just see the people's hearts. You can see who they are on how they deal with people when they come in the stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, the thing is, this kid can basically make a sailor blush. I've watched him. I was on a video call with my mate Sammy. He says, "Oh, I've got Ryan with me." I went, "All right, okay." Ryan, right. I had Ryan on the phone on the video call. In fact, Tasha, I'm sure Tasha was on that call as well. I'm sure you were, Tasha. And me, Ryan, was standing there effing and blind, and I went, "What on earth is going on here?" Like.
Yeah, they got a party on the other side of the wall.
I mean, I was like taken aback of how this little kid can swear more than I can.
No, they got a little. I can't stand. I don't mind hip hop, but when it's the focus of music and entertainment, it can get a bit monotonous to me, depending on what the focus of the artist's writing's about, right? If it's just gangster gangbang stuff, I can't handle that stuff. But I do like intelligent hip hop, like intellectual stuff is cool, no matter what it is.
All I do is tie flies.
Pardon me?
All I do is tie flies.
Tie flies, yeah. Yeah. Did you see the video there I did not too long ago? The first time I ever caught a salmon on a fly, man. First time, well, not on a fly, but on a fly rod. And I
Yeah.
went into the stream there and I plopped the fly down there. There's people fishing all over the place. But funny thing is, I was there only 10 minutes and I got into one right away. Whacked. Missed one, within the first three couple casts. Everybody else was saying they weren't getting hits all day. This was right straight during the day. But yeah, he come up and just hammered the fly, man. I was so impressed. I couldn't believe it. When I seen him just head shaking, I was like, oh my God, this is epic.
Oh,
When I
It
was
was so
watching, Tasha was on a stream, well, on a stream here. I think she was fishing the same day that you were with Judy, and I was like, "Wow,
that's
look at that! I mean, that salmon was massive."
mhm. They're big. There's bigger ones, but they're kings. And you'll see some people. We don't get king salmon in Ontario, on Lake Ontario. We get Chinook salmon. They look like king salmon because they're big, but king salmon actually get up to 50, 60, 70 pounds. A Chinook will only get up in Ontario possibly 30, 35 plus, maybe 40 pounds. I'm not saying there isn't a 50-pounder roaming around, but nobody's ever gotten them in over 20 something friggin' years, right? So,
I thought Chinooks and Kings were the same fish.
no, Chinook salmon, king salmon are not the same. No. There's Pacific salmon, pink salmon, Chinook salmon, king salmon. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go over here because I'll just come get this bike after. I'm going to go away from this music. Can you see the moon? Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know
Wonder,
if it's still raining out here or not.
anywho, I'll let you guys do your thing and conversate. Maybe I'll come jump over after or something if you're still alive, Tasha, or
I'm gonna shut down.
man, you contact us.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut down at 2.5 because my night meds are starting to kick in. So
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
just kicks my
I
butt.
find if I have to like if I'm working really a lot and I have to regulate my sleeping, that I have to take melatonin at least. Is that
Yeah,
melatonin? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
yeah.
And then I can start, and usually happens by like day 3 or 4 that I start um, sleeping regularly. But lately, Greg, I'm on YouTube hours.
Exactly. Which is all
Huh?
out freaking night.
All hours of the night. Right. Right. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I had to get away from that music, man. It's brutal.
Yeah, there's already 153 people in LC's live right now.
Oh, they're live now?
Yeah,
Does he have a panel up?
not yet.
No.
He just
No.
started 24 minutes ago at 10 o'clock. So
Yeah, no, he'll milk it for a little bit. He's gonna want 100 likes or so before he'll let anybody on the panel.
oh, well, he's
But
already
that,
got 130, and he's got the link to the top.
oh, does he?
Yeah,
So he has them all in the background then.
yeah. He just brought up Buddy or Bat, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
But yeah, there's a bunch of people, and he's got way over 100 likes right now.
yeah. He's got a crazy community behind him. Straight up.
What's
And
his channel?
it's funny, Tasha, because I want to say something here. Last night, I've been going through a lot of stuff lately, and that between us, we talk personally and everything, and Judy. So when this guy, I've never been in a situation on a live with him yet where I've had an altercation with anybody, because for the most part, I guess I have a little bit of luck there. If you can play guitar and sing, for the most part, people respect you for that and leave you alone. But last night, this guy, for whatever reason, he was new. We'd never seen him before. He just comes up on the panel, and the first thing he starts doing is starts dropping the retard word, in a derogatory and offensive manner. And at the end of every sentence, at the end of every sentence that he would say, whether it was say if we were just on a panel like us, Wayne or Stuart, he'd literally go, "You effing retard." And so after I seen him do this after a while, I thought that, it was just a joke, but he wasn't. He actually has a channel where he shows him fighting people or being in altercations with people, right? And so his whole objective was to get people upset with him so that they would go watch this video that was on his channel and see him be in this fight with this other guy, okay? Well, it backfired on him, because anybody who fights, which I'm not claiming to be an amazing fighter or that I've been in any type of crazy training or anything like that, but he did, and he's 6'3", and the guy he was fighting was 5'2", and within the first 30 seconds, this little 5-footer put him right down on the ground out there and everything, and like seriously, oh yeah. And so finally, somebody got in the way and split it up, tapped out his arm, stood them up. They both were tired as crap. They might have went at it for about 50 seconds, a minute. They're huffing and puffing, chirping back and forth. Well, then he decides to sucker punch this guy and go at him again. The problem is he hit him with everything he had at 6'3", and it didn't even phase the guy. It didn't even put him on. So anyways, I didn't say anything. You know me, I'm just sitting back. Well, these guys come in. They know him. They know LC. One of them, Turpy, is wicked, dude. Turpy, and it's right in his name, MMA. The guy has been known. He's been a part of coaching everything MMA. He can bring up names. He has pictures. The guy's a legit MMA fighter, right? And he literally goes, "Hold on, bud." He stopped him right in his tracks. And he goes, "Mate, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go look at your fight right now. And if I think you did well, or if I think you did anything that I might felt that was beneficial in sense, I'm going to let you know, regardless if you're an arsehole. I'm going to give you props." The guy goes, "Okay." So 2 minutes later, the guy comes back on the panel. He's like, "Man, you're a bitch." He just, oh yeah, he's like, "My girlfriend can fight harder than you, man." He goes, "My sister hit harder than that when I was," it was so funny. So anyways, he decides, he sees guitars in my background. He sees the guitars and stuff, right? So he starts demanding that I should play guitar. And I said, "Listen, man, I'm not the dancing monkey around here." I said, I said, "Just relax, chill out or whatever. If I decide to play, I might play a little bit later." I said, "But come back tomorrow night when it's ladies' night, blah, blah, blah." Well, then he goes, "Oh, you're just scared, you effing retard."
Wow.
Right there, I just shook my head, and everybody in the panel, in chat and all of them, they're all just like, they're waiting to, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? All I went to him and said, "Listen, buddy, I'm not having any of this. The only thing that you can ever use in an intelligence when you want to sit there and bully people or sit here and do this trolling is to call them a retard, stupid, or," I was like, you don't have anything to say or contribute and all this stuff." Well, boy, he wouldn't let me go, man. He just kept going at me, kept going at me, kept going at me. So finally, I just lost it. And I put him right in his place. I played guitar better than him. He wouldn't pick his guitar up anymore. Then he picked up a harmonica. I grabbed the harmonica, friggin' schooled him. He wouldn't put it down. He wouldn't stop, right? But after Tasha, I'm going to say, I felt like 10 times better, because the guy had it coming to him. He was begging to beef somebody, to argue with somebody online, right? And so it's better to go to a direction where somebody will just accept it and wake up in the morning and that's just who they are. I don't care if you trust my tail or not. But I literally went to LC and I'm like, dude, I thank you. And he's like, why? I'm like, I feel so much better, man. Everybody just started laughing. I'm like, I needed that, man. It's therapy. I was like, those places where they pay to go smash things? You can go into a room.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a therapeutic just to get to go up there and just have at her at somebody and then go back. You sleep like a baby after you. You're just like, whew.
Yeah,
But
everybody's supposed to go to one of them rooms.
it was consensual to some degree. The guy, somebody is consistently, obviously, clearly ejected. That's what they want. That's what they're feeding for. You know what I
I tell
mean?
you what, I tell
It's
you what,
better to be directed where it's deserved instead of somewhere you don't mean it. That's all I mean. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's that, Stuart?
a mate of mine who I went to school with, he actually headed across to America to see his dad. He's actually biological dad. Now, he basically fucked up his trip going there because he decided to get in an argument with his dad and ended up basically, he had everything at his disposal. He was sleeping in the trailer, whatever else. He was working full time, getting pay, fucked everything up, and ended up coming back across here. But before he left the first time, he gave me a gift. And he says, you can help yourself to whatever guitar you want.
Oh, nice.
Guess what I picked?
Gibson.
If you give me a minute, I'm going to show you. Wendy's, we're going to get it.
Gibson or a Fender?
No, it's not a Fender. It's not a Gibson.
An Ibanez?
No, Wendy's going to bring it through. It's the make of it's called a Stag.
Oh, a Stag. Yeah. I know what a
Right,
Stag is. Yeah. They're
right.
decent guitars.
Well, you're going to see you're going to see this thing. Now, he said to me I could have any guitar I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to see this.
I'd be interested to see. They have really good artwork on those guitars. That's one of the specializing that they have is the paint job.
It does need strings.
Yeah.
I will
You
be
should
honest. It
put
does
strings
need
on.
it needs a new set of strings, but I'll get them in time.
Do you have strings on it though right now? Any type of strings?
Yeah,
Okay, good. Keep them on there. Because the neck, right? You don't want to keep a guitar with no strings on it. The neck will back off and just it'll be all right for a while, and then it'll just go pink. Especially if it's a neck through. Oh, and it's an acoustic. So yeah, I thought it
yeah,
was a
but look,
Stag. Oh, 12 string. Yeah. Nice. Really good. Cool.
so yeah,
Right? Why?
that's
What?
this is my pick. So
Nice. Sorry, 1 second. I don't mean to interrupt you here. I just want to talk to Judy. Oh, Papa. She's all nervous about getting up there.
Why?
Because I'm not playing. So she's not able to get like that type of break and stuff. And I just telling her you don't have to go up there for hours on end. You go up there, say hi to the girls that you want to, that you normally would talk to, and that's it. When you're ready to go, you're ready to go. She's not on the pay. She's not getting paid to do it or anything like that. So, but for me, I get paid so much for each gig that I play online, and so I'm not willing to let LC pay me at an X amount of dollars and it just be shit. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
doing it. That's why I was like, I tried really hard to get this laptop to par. I've been trying every damn weekend, and it sucks. I might have to get rid of it. It's gonna be
Yeah, it's never an easy thing when you gotta do that.
well, it's just what the Mac offers. Everything but live streaming is amazing. The live streaming seems to have an issue. Sweetheart, you just what?
What?
All right, what's up? You don't.
Pink one.
I needed Rich so they could talk.
I know.
I think he tried to, but it didn't mute for some reason.
Yeah, it would be nice to see what it would be like to stay in America. Honestly, I'd like to know what it'd be like to be in the States.
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
I muted you while you were talking to Judy.
oh. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I tried to mute it, and then I just gave
Yeah,
up on it.
I did.
But
Rich.
oh yeah.
Got pink one.
Oh, dirt. What do we got? Oh yeah, look. Well, it's still there, but I use CFM.
Sweet.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the only reason why I'd want to live in the States, to be honest, is because of the social relationships that we've developed with people through YouTube. It'd be much easier to visit them and stuff and be more personal and go fishing and have adventures and collaborate. Because in Canada, if you look on the YouTube algorithm, when you look at who's watching your videos, I could almost guarantee that Canada is the minimal when you look at your you know what I mean, for your most watched, for people watching.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so ultimately, this creates a very difficult situation between America and Canada when it comes to, and other places other than China and Japan because they're massive. But when you look at if you look at it in a full retrospect as a person who's looking at it just for the success, no matter what, then Canada would be at the bottom of your list because when you look at the people and the sisterings of what your YouTube's telling you, Canada is only responsible for maybe 7% or 10 maybe of your watch hours, where America is 80%. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, in YouTube, what the war, the underlining kind of thing is, and I noticed it with giveaways and stuff like this because of the cost of shipping and everything like that. And if you're trying to reward your subscribers, it's 3/4 of them are US. Do you know what I mean? So it's not really that big of a hit if you go, nah, I'm not gonna. Canada's not included. I mean, why, for
Yeah.
7% of your subscribers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, mine was 47% US, 15.6 UK, and 1.3% Canada.
See? You see what I mean? So now you as a person, now not everybody's the same, but I can tell you that a large portion of people that are trying to obtain success in YouTube, if you see those type of statistics, why give a shit about 1.2? Why? And for us on Canada, we are actually the polar opposite. US is the largest of our viewers. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And right. And so now you see Canada's like, hey Maverick, this is awesome. They go in expecting, the same respect back, and they don't get it because, there's natural reaction to catering to a priority of what your success is coming from. You know what I mean? If you look on the charts and 1.7% of the whole thing, you can almost cut that out. I mean, you just got to work a little bit harder on the 45%, bring it up to friggin' 47.9, and now Canada 1.2 is gone. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not everybody thinks that way, and I don't look at it that way. I don't look at it when I approach people like I don't think or believe that theory, but
Good
it
morning, Sammy.
is a
Good morning,
fact.
Sammy. We missed you.
And so, like, that was some of the things, that was some of the difficulties when it came to, that's why one of the factors of why I stopped doing giveaways and stuff was just because, what am I supposed to do? I couldn't, when I figured out the stats to that and the factors of that being in hand, I was just like, no, I'll just gift people that I feel that are friends, and we can do it behind the scenes and collaborate. I like to encourage people about collaboration.
Well,
That's why I said about with the shirts, Tasha, right? With the Wayne's logo. If that's something you guys decided on or whatever, I don't care if it has both of them on the back of it, where it says Art and Adventure with Tasha, and then on the bottom side, like you said, where it was. That's cool if I'm fishing, because if I'm walking towards the bank and stuff, that's just natural collaboration. It's
Yep.
part of the content. Do you know what I mean? And a content creator will really appreciate somebody that gives them something that gives them more content, like that puts it right at, or that makes them better at what they're doing, you know, opposed to giving somebody who loves dirt bikes, you give them a coffee cup. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just things like that. The gift matters, but intelligence also really. It's not the price of the gift, it's the thought. We all know that, right? The thought that comes into play.
Oh yeah.
So,
Sammy, are you going to be okay for the 8th? The 7th, even?
oh yeah, see, I can't see the chat at all.
But that's a little 2 weeks away.
If he's full of the cold, I hope he gets rid of it soon. Like 2 days soon.
I think there's a couple natural things you can drink, plus, lots of sleep and a lot of water. But I think there's a couple things that can help boost your metabolism or boost your, not your metabolism, but
When I'm sick, I drink a lot of honey tea.
yeah, so there's a few different tricks. You know where I'm going with it, Tasha.
Yes.
My favourite, if I'm not well, is basically tea bags, lemons, limes, oranges, put them in a big massive mug, add boiling
Oh,
water, and then basically add honey and just sip on it.
that's a lot of acid.
It might be a lot of acid, but I tell you one thing, it works.
That would tear my guts up.
Yeah, I'd probably toot for a week. It'd just be fruity tooty.
Well done, Sammy.
An air freshener.
Yeah.
Full of antioxidants.
Oh,
Yeah, but I can't do a lot of acid. That's why I don't put lemon in my honey tea. So I only put honey in.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do that Theraflu, the honey and lemon, when I was a kid. I tried that stuff as an adult and I threw up.
That's nasty.
Yeah, I
That's,
know.
oh, that is nasty.
So, right, anyway, I'm going to bounce off here. I'm going to.
We're, have a good night. A good day. Good morning.
Yeah, it's morning time. So, yeah, good morning.
Oh, good morning. Yes.
In the morning.
We've seen inside the violets.
Right. I'll catch you guys after. Love yous all.
Good night.
See you later.
See you later,
Night, night,
Stuart, buddy.
everybody.
Good
See you
night,
after.
Wendy.
Night, night,
Cheers,
princess.
man.
You're welcome.
Night, night, princess.
Wayne, you look after yourself. It's nice to see you.
Take care.
The best.
Love you, Tasha.
Love you too.
Love you, Jamie.
He's asleep.
Oh, she's asleep. She's got sense.
He went to bed almost an hour ago.
Oh, my goodness. Right. Catch us after.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. You still awake, Wayne?
Yep.
Okay, well, I guess this is going to turn into a 3-hour stream. Then I go into bed.
If you can
'Cause
stay awake.
if I fight my trazodone anymore, I'm not going to go to sleep.
I'll just shut it down and go to sleep.
Because I freaking hate doing it at an odd number. I've done that a couple times, and I look back at it and it annoys me. But then by the time you shut it down, it's like 3 hours and 1 minute and 30 freaking seconds anyway. Plus, I still got to take Bear out, and it's cold, so then, that's going to wake me up.
Yeah, I know, sweetheart. It's okay.
There's trolls out there. Dynamics.
I understand, sweetheart. I'll go
I
up
know.
there. I'm gonna put
The chat over there. It's been crazy. I've been watching the chat over there. It's been crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I want to get up. I'll get up on the panel once the ladies' night part section's done, even if it does or not. I ain't friggin' scared. Where's our keyboard warriors, man? What are they gonna do? People, listen to me. Then they send 15, 20 of their friends go over and no, you get 15, 20 views. And then they sit in there for 10 minutes getting blocked and timed out and everything, and you get 35 more hours of friggin' watch hours. Who cares? That's just, it's so funny. Listen, I understand it, but I'll tell you, growing through this YouTube thing and going through the up and downs and the roller coaster rides of it all, the moment things start getting sour and stuff, it pushes us away to be the certain people that we're not, or it shelters us and fuck that shit. That's the whole design of it, is to stop you from being who you are. Who gives a shit what anybody thinks about you? Who gives a shit? You just be who you are, and naturally people will either lick to you or they won't. I understand that, but I'm just saying, babe. I'm just saying, you don't need to worry about trolls, man. Trolls are trolls. You'll get that no matter where you go.
And the freaking person. And the part is, none of them have gotten timed out yet.
Oh, they won't, right?
The chat.
Give me a second.
Even if there's say 5 trolls in the chat, that's 5 views. If he stays live for 6 hours, that's 30 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Right for them 5 people, not counting the 149 that are in there right now.
You gotta just think, how thick is your skin? That's all. How thick as you can your skin be during it. And if they just keep going off and off, and you support people that back you up, you get a chance to see who's really your friend and who's going to support you through those moments if you let them go and let it happen. Because you'll watch the chat and you'll see your friends stick up for you and be like, yo, hey, you know what I mean? Now you'll be able to start making proper decisions on who you want as a moderator on your channel, because you want people that'll actually stand up in that moment and freaking stick up for you. Right?
Oh,
You don't know that until it happens. Otherwise, you feel like you're by yourself and you're doing it all on your own and you can't trust anybody.
Right. I understand
And
that part.
that's not a good feeling. What's that, Wayne?
I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. But if you let it happen and you don't put any skin to it, you don't even pay attention to it through the chat, you get a set 5-10 minutes to find out how the chat responds to it. Because regardless, people in the world are going to decide who they want to be with regardless. And I've already learned in my own perspective, it doesn't matter a good person or a bad person. Some people like the bad people. We can't help that, but we can definitely help who we choose to be our supporters in the chat with us. And if people want to come in and try and harm us, you can't. Here's the thing: if you block every one of them too, and then you're in another person's chat, you can't see them, right? So you kind of take away your own privilege and right to see what they're saying. Even if it's in other people's chats, you'll see them say hi to them and everybody will be like, oh, hey, how's it going? You'll notice you won't see them. That's because you've hid them. And by doing that, now you won't see them anywhere on YouTube, but you could be in the chat with them and you don't know otherwise, other than by people talking to them. So you have to decide. Some people deserve extreme block. Some people deserve it, and that way you can live in your life and do your thing. But other people, if they're just dumb trolls, what are they doing? What are they doing? You're giving your community and people a chance to deal with that person as well.
That's
So
why
realize that I would hide all this thing from you, Tasha, from everybody of my subscribers. And then every once in a while, you'd see it in one of my streams. I'd be super frustrated, and I'd come up with I'd start saying things that people were like, "What is he talking about?" Well, had I reacted different when all that stuff went down and just let them be them, opposed to me just reacting to them and giving them the explosion that they wanted back in the day, I wouldn't be in the boat I am right now, because all the people would have either decided to leave or come. And most of them would have seen them for who they were right off the bat, done. And through time, just like Mike and other people, they would have over it because they would have seen that, we just do what we do. We're not a channel that sits there and harms people or whatever. We try to help as much as we can with what we have, and with actually more than what we have. But,
yeah.
I learned that. I'm just like, it's YouTube. The YouTube censorships is actually what now is straining people to actually be real on a live. You start sharing your opinions about certain things, and all of a sudden you get worried about being reported because of somebody's feelings. Do you know what I mean? And so now these censors basically hinder from being themselves, if that's who they are. People are very sensitive now, including myself.
Yeah, I'm
gonna go see if I can see this here. Get the chat up here to see what's going on over there.
Nothing super exciting right now.
Mr. Pete, there's nobody on the panel though, Jeremy, right? Is there?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, maybe you don't have to go up at all.
Misty, Alexis, and Stuffers,
Okay.
and then out. But I'm gonna have to shut mine down, Rich, so I can go to bed.
What's that?
'Cause I said I'm gonna have to shut mine down so I can go to bed.
Okay.
Because if I keep fighting my
No.
sleeping, I ain't gonna go to sleep.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what it is. You have a window. There's a time clock there, and then all of a sudden it just becomes the polar
Yep.
opposite.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, sweetheart. Well, thanks for letting me come up and talk with you and hang out.
You're
Have a
more
good night.
than welcome. Anytime.
And are you doing the fishing stream? Is it this weekend or next weekend? Yeah, I know I've seen one coming up that you shared. Is it with Stewart or something, or is he doing?
He's doing the fish off on October 8th, but I'm hosting it on my stream here.
Okay, that's cool. That'll be wicked.
And
That's
it's
cool.
supposed to be 4 hours, so I have to talk to him and be like, because it's supposed to start, it's 2 p.m. my time. So it'll be 7 p.m. over there. So 4
All
hours
right.
would be p.m. for me.
Yeah. Well, keep us in the loop. Make sure to let me know, and I'll come over there.
Oh, I will. I definitely will. I'll be sharing it out.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll see you soon. Then we'll get in touch.
All
Thank you
right.
so much again. You have a great night, Wayne.
Good
You too, man.
Yeah, man. Take it easy, buddy.
Good night, dear Tasha. Have a good sleep.
night, Wayne. You too. All right, guys. We're going to call it a night. And I will catch you guys all tomorrow night at 8 p.m. again. Much love and God bless.